Black America once built a school so excellent that it outperformed every white school in the city. A black school, run by black scholars, teaching black children, beating every white high school in Washington, D.C. Black or white, private or public, it didn't matter. They won. And I want you to imagine what that did to white parents at the time. A country that had spent every dollar it had on convincing itself that black children were intellectually inferior, watching a black public high school produce more college graduates than any white school in the capital of the United States. That has to do something to a person who built their entire worldview on the lie that black people were less. The name of that school is Dunbar, and every black person in this country should know what we built there. So listen to who was at the front of these classrooms. Mary Jane Patterson was one of the early principals. Mary Jane Patterson was the first African-American woman to receive a degree in the United States of America. Oberlin, 1862. 3 years before the end of slavery, the first black woman in the entire country to hold a college degree. And she chose to run a black public high school in Washington, D.C. Another principal was Richard Greener, the first black graduate at Harvard College, the first in all of Harvard's history. He also chose Dunbar. Now I need you to sit with the teachers, right? Because the teachers at Dunbar were not regular teachers. Carter G. Woodson taught at Dunbar, the man who created Black History Week, which turned into Black History Month, the second Black American man in history to earn a Ph.D. from Harvard. He taught high school. Anna Julia Cooper taught at Dunbar, one of the most important Black female scholars this country has ever produced. Author of A Voice from the South, she taught high school. Mary Church Terrell taught at Dunbar. A co-founder of the NAACP, she taught high school. Kelly Miller taught at Dunbar. A Howard University dean, a pioneering Black sociologist, he taught high school. Imagine being 13 years old, walking into a classroom, and the teacher in the front of that room is the most credentialed Black scholar in America in that field. That is what Dunbar was. Now, y'all know I tell the whole truth, and I have to be honest about why Dunbar even had to exist in the first place, and why these scholars were teaching high school. It wasn't because they couldn't have taught anywhere else. It was because nowhere else would have them. These were Black Americans with Ivy League degrees and PhDs with nowhere else to go, because this was a time when no white university would hire them. So this country's most brilliant Black scholars, people who should have been chairs at departments at Harvard, at Yale, at Princeton, came to Dunbar instead and poured everything they had into Black children.